Assalamu alaikum. This is our midsummer gardening update. Just an overview, quick overview. This is the fixed section, and this is the new section. The new section of the garden we added, over the past couple of years, and also we have some activity ongoing this side of the house and the other end of the house on that side. So we'll go one by one. So fig trees. We've been since the beginning of August. We started getting a lot of fruits, an average 20-30 figs every day. We have 4 fig trees. As you can see, some of them are ready to be baked this morning. If I left them for a couple extra hours, the bird may start attacking them. So I usually start picking up them as frequent as possible. Otherwise, the birds will pick them up once they get 100% perfectly ripe. So most of the time I pick them up at 90% ripe. Otherwise, the bird will get hold of it before me. Anyway, alhamdulillah, been doing great. Average, yesterday I got like more than 40 figs, but I would say average 25 to 40 figs a day. Between this fig tree, these are two are brown turkey, and there's one here in the middle. It's a short one, and it's late producer. It's called LSU, Louisiana State University, developed by Louisiana State University. Doesn't give us as much fig, but it's a different type of figs. And these are the Celesty one. So we got production first from the first fig tree. It's the one started producing first and give us for almost a week before we start getting fig from this tree. And we also only started getting from the Celesty, 2-3 days ago. Anyway, I have also in this section 2 nectarines tree that I planted from seed 3 years ago. As you see, they're getting huge. One of them is this one, and the other one is this one, which was almost as big as this one. But I cut it off for a reason, because it was not a disease. I planted both from seeds, and actually this one is so delicious, so sweet and different from the other nectarine tree that I'll show you in a minute. But they are not resistant, so you can see the rotting and all of that. I baked a few of these good ones. I sliced them, very sweet. They are crunchy but very, very sweet. So what I'm planning to do, I just cut this one like a few weeks ago, last month, and cut it like 18 inches above the ground level. Hopefully it will produce, as you can see. And this, after I cut it, this new branches start to come in. Coming up. This is also like, this is a few weeks old. So hopefully when I get it shorter, I try to get it, keep it maybe 6 feet, no more than that, trim it and spray it and all of that, and see how it goes for next year. So this is my plan for now. It may change. I may cut them completely because they overshadow the other trees. Also in this section, I used to plant like here is some peppers, some jalapeno peppers, as you can see. I used to plant eggplant and peppers and all of that, but the trees got big now, and there is no room for that. Here also, I used to plant cherry tomatoes, and I still have some jalapenos. I already baked some few days ago, and some tomatoes. We used to get tons of tomatoes here, but this year we are behind on tomatoes. But anyway, it's a different story. I can see tomatoes start coming, which is very, very late. Usually we used to get tomatoes starting the beginning of July. Anyway, in this section here, last year we had huge production of cucumbers, but the reason why, because I didn't have this tree here, or what, I planted this tree here last year, I planted this one and this one here this year. And this one here already I had it for 3-4 years. This all three trees are all, or 3 bushes are all blackberries. This blackberries we've been having for 3 years now, getting huge. We got a lot of blackberries from it. Very nice. Little bit of sour, but it's very nice, sweet. The kids loved it very, very much. This one I planted last year, was a few inches long, and it's a game production this year. Very sweet, very large. Comparing to the other one, they are very much larger fruit, and I cannot get closer because I put a fence here from the deer. Anyway, so this one I planted last year. give us fruit this year. This one is called the Big Daddy Black Cherry or Blackberry, and I planted this year. It will give us fruit next year. So hopefully I'll make this section with blackberry. I'll try to prune them a little bit so they look nicer. And we got a lot of good production. It's not too bad. We got some nice production of cucumber from this section. As you can see, the leaves start to get brown. So I mean, this is like a sign of slowing down of the production. But also planted a special variety of cantaloupes. As you can see, this is, you know, a special variety of cantaloupes, huge, and you see the shape of that. I see like 1, 2, 3 here alone. 1, 2, 3, and fourth one in here. And on that side here also, I can see more cantaloupes, 2 behind each other. As you can see, 2 beside each other. So anyway, in the future, inshallah, I mean, mostly blackberry. We're gonna trellis it somehow. In a good way, not to impact the landscaping, and also maybe plant some cantaloupes or some cucumber in that section. This section gets a lot of sun, of course. I mean, gets a lot of water naturally. So it's anything you plant here will grow very well. Okay, before going to the backyard or the back section, I'm just covering this area here. This area here, we had some cucumber. We used to have grapes, but I cut them off because they were hard to manage. And also, so we got a good amount of cucumber so far. And I did some harvest yesterday. Let me see if we still have some cucumber. Maybe there are some, but they are hidden. Anyway, I also planted. This is interesting stuff here. You can see this fig. This is a fig tree. I planted from just a branch. I stick the branch in the ground early in the spring, and they all come in from this branch. I got from a friend. This variety is different from the varieties I have. It's larger fruit. The one I have actually started to get. It used to be a smaller variety and so sweet, brown turkey especially, but they are. This year started getting very big because the trees start to get very mature. But this is naturally a larger fruit or different type of fruit. So I planted here from mistake. I got from my friend. I bought some in different locations, and I got 2 of them, one here and one in the back, already produced branches. So I'm planning to move this somewhere else. I don't want to because this area is going to get too crowded very soon. I planted also 2 bushes of blackberries, like this one here, 2 varieties. So I'm gonna make this section all blackberries. The kids love it, and it's easier to grow than blueberries and raspberries. I tried them both before, it didn't work out. So that's it mostly for that section. We have some other stuff going on here. I will not stop so much about it. So let's move in the back section. All right, this is where most of the action is going on. All right, over here. You can see here this is a nectarine. I also planted from seed. I pruned it. Give us some fruit. It still need more care. Most of the fruit still have some fruit, but it's the first time to give us some fruits. I will not rely on these, but I pruned it, just try to maintain it like the other ones. I spray it and all of that, but it looks very good and looks very healthy for the future year. This one here is peaches, right? It's loaded with fruits. Again, we'll probably take more care of it, prune it, you know, try to stick it in a better way, and you know, for New Year. But it's a very seed to give us fruit. This is the same variety of peaches. This is it's very good. You can see the leaves are very nice, especially in the spring. They are very red, like, you know, and the peaches are loaded with peaches. Again, more pruning, more care for next year. You know, things are going, you know, it needs a lot of care. This one here is our nectarine tree. This is give us hundreds of fruit this year. We got boxes of fruit. Even the tree got so heavy and one of the branches started to snap, so I cut it off, but still some fruit needs to be harvested in here. These are so delicious, so large. They also may attack by insects, like some of them, like as you can see. But for you know, for personal use, I just cut off this part, and they are so sweet. Some of them actually I take them inside the house, less ripe, put them in the garage, lay them out in on a blanket or something like that, and they continue to ripe inside the house. Put them in the fridge, slice them, eat him and share him with some of the neighbors. All right, so this is very much the peaches and nectarines. We have some apple here. This was planted this year. It seems to be doing okay. These apples will have him apple and apple tree. This one got a lot of branches, new branches. Apple is slow in in growing anyway. So hopefully they flowered this year for the first time. All three flowered this year. So hopefully by next year or something, or in a couple of years, we start getting fruits from that apples. All right. Anyway, all right. Now to the pumpkins. On the pumpkins, we already harvested 2 pumpkins. All from everything here is grown from seed pumpkins. We already harvested 2. We have 3, like as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and fourth one in here. And there are a lot of pumpkins on the back, in different places. And actually, you can see some here too. Here's another one, a small one. There are tons of pumpkins. I have already got harvest 2, and I have like at least 15 more all over the place, 10 to 15 more around here. All right, so this is it for pumpkins. We got a lot of zucchini, a lot of squash, a lot of, like for example, see, here is another pumpkin. And here I got a lot of squash, like the American star squash here, the white one. Oh man, look at this one. This has to be harvested. It rained yesterday, so after the rain, things get very big, like you can see. Bismillah. See how big it is? Alhamdulillah, mashallah, mashallah, mashallah. Anyway, so we got a lot of pumpkins, a lot of squash. We got tons of, alhamdulillah, we got a lot of these. You can see here the gooseneck squash. Also, let me show you the yellow one also. From this type, they have the yellow one. We got, again, we've been getting from for a little while now, and then start to slow down, and you can see the yellow ones in here and the yellow ones in here. So anyway, got a lot of pumpkins, a lot of squash, a lot of zucchini, different varieties, and we are so, alhamdulillah, are thankful for that. Anyway, next one, Armenian cucumber. Armenian cucumber, as you can see, they grow up to 1 yard, like 3 feet, almost 1 meter long, up to, and we got last year up to 28 inches. All right, so here is Armenian cucumber. We got tons of Armenian cucumber, and we continue, like from this point on, in 2 days, it may be like 2 feet 24 inches long, 2 feet long. So they grow very fast, and we have tons of these. Let me show you how many we have in this part, all over the place. I will show the Armenian cucumber. All right. See, here is one, almost ready. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. MashaAllah. 6, and I see 3 next to each other over there. They are all over the place. Okay, so once I'm here, and so alhamdulillah, we've been getting a lot. I harvested over than 20, and I see at least in the ground right now about 30, at least, different sizes. And the moment where they started, at least 30 I see right now, all over the place. Anyway, and I see also some is headed over there. Yeah, they are all over the place. Anyway, alhamdulillah. Armenian cucumber, Armenian cucumber, Armenian cucumber in here, Armenian cucumber on the floor here, all over the place. Alright, since we're here, let's talk about watermelon. Watermelon. Here is watermelon. We grow 2 varieties of watermelon. This is the oval one. This are the long. Bismillah. See the watermelon. Alhamdulillah. Let me zoom back. So, see, mashallah, how big is the watermelon? How big? We got 4 here. next to each other. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one here. Right, and I see one huge one over there, and another huge one over there, and there was another one. We cut it off because it got it was, the nose was going down, and where area where water collects got bad from the bottom, so we cut it, and it was very, very sweet. It was a small. We removed the bad part. It was not so red from inside, but it was so sweet and so tender. And you can see the more Armenian cucumber, and I see also more Armenian cucumber in the back. So anyway, I mean, watermelon and Armenian cucumber here are doing very well, alhamdulillah. And also what is doing very well is the butternut squash. We harvested 10 of them last week, and they keep growing. You see one of here, see the Armenian cucumber, mashallah. All right, see that, the butternut squash, see how big they are. We harvested 10 last week, and we have about 10 more I see in the ground right now, and maybe in a few weeks we'll be ready. So this is with the butternut squash. You can see also butternut squash, 2 next to each other right there. Anyway, here is more zucchini, more squash. So and here's another butternut. Yeah, we already shown this one. So here we grow more squash. The other variety of watermelon, let's talk about the round watermelon. This is like the personal size, and we got last year we had 8 of them. Like we got 8 of them. We ate 8 of them. This year, mashallah, we gotten many more. It seems like you see, one, 2, 3, 4. So in this section, I know there are 4. 1, 2. I show the other ones. I mean, and I know this section that has 4 at least. And they are here. They are 5. These are almost ready to be baked, and the other smaller ones, you know, they continue to grow. All right. So they're doing very good. We have another cucumber coming here, and I know the other ones are slowing down, so hopefully this one will pick up. Here's another cucumber, so we can trail it on the fence, and another cucumber here. This is also a cucumber, not the flower. The flower is from the watermelon, but the another cucumber is smaller. So this way we give you know, a staggered harvest. So blessed, alhamdulillah. Here is some strawberries. We've been getting, you know, I'm not saying like every day few strawberries. This is the first time I grow them in this location. Before they were next to the figs, so I moved them early in the spring from over there. So hopefully they still establishing their roots. So hopefully we start getting. And also, as you know, they produce runners, like, you know, like each. So I plant them far apart, so they produce runners. So each strawberries produce a runner, which become another strawberry plant. All of them this way. So here is one. See, all of these are runners, and they're coming from this one. So next year this one will produce like 5 more strawberries plant. I have strawberries in here and strawberries in that section. So this is very much, yeah, I don't we didn't have luck this year. Before we go, let's talk about 2 things. The tomatoes, I mean, didn't do so well. I know because maybe because I added I added some wood chips in the middle of the bed. Hopefully maybe that's what it is. Also, I know the rabbits managed somehow to go through the gate, find the hole, and they were eating the small plants. So every time I plant them, I found them like been eaten or something like that when they were young. So hopefully we have a nice protection next year. Same thing, I mean, for the eggplant, we have a lot of about 15 eggplants. They are very late, but at least they start producing flowers. Here is the flowers of the eggplant. I have at least about 15 eggplants, 3 different varieties. And also, before we move out from here, let's talk about the last piece, which is the okra. Okra, again, it's the first time I grow okra, and I think they are
ready to produce any moment now. Here's the okra plants. Like, see the okra plants, okra. All of that part is okra. See how tall is this okra? MashaAllah, alhamdulillah. And they are start flowering. This may be our first okra. I don't know. It's I think it's coming soon. See the okra. I have okra, and again, you see some of the small. These are smaller size, pumpkins. That's okay. It's a bonus. We had a lot of pumpkins actually. So it's our bonus. These are red radish. I let it go like this way to see the flowers, and so they can produce flowers. I pick the good ones, and you can see they produce horns. And I open this horn, for example, and once it's dry, you open them, you find seeds on them. You just plant them and give you another red radish. I have black radish also, but I didn't like it as much as the red one. So I usually also do black. I will show you where I plant radish mostly. Here I'm trying to plant, or I already put the seeds for carrots. They say put some like some board over it so it doesn't until they germinate. This to lock the moisture inside. This way they don't dry out. So hopefully I will try to see. I put this like 10 days ago. Hopefully I'll remove the board and see if they sprouted or not. Then I can remove the board. Okay, going in that side of the house. This is a long video. We come 21 minutes, man. 22 minutes so far. All right. This is where I usually plant radishes because this side of the house get the least amount of sun, and radishes do very well with the with partial shade. So these are a couple plants, but here you can see radishes. I already harvested a lot of radishes, but there are more. I just planted a few more coming from this one. I collected the seeds, I let it go to flower same way. This is the red radish. Here is one red radish ready to be baked, but I just planted a whole lot of and it takes about a month from the moment seed to harvest, and actually some of them start to sprout. These all seeds coming from that plant. See, they all start to sprout. I planted them last week, and subhanallah, and they are doing very good going into the spring too. I mean, so I'm gonna just, the one we picked from the back, I'm gonna put him here. So anyway, this side of the house usually I put radishes. This another peach tree, like the two we have in the back. It was actually planted together with that one that has fruit. They are planted both in the same location, and then I moved this one, separate him early in the spring, and it looks very, like as you can see, it looks very good. It looks like red maple actually, but this one didn't produce fruit because, you know, I moved it when it was flowering, so probably dropped all the flowers. But I don't expect fruit from that. I mean, it will give me definitely fruit next year, inshallah. But the thing is, I love it for the landscaping. See how it's, you know, has the red and greens color, and I also put a ring around it, so it looks very good from landscaping standpoint. We planted some stuff here also around, like some around the mailbox. We added some bushes, I mean some bulbs around here. Hopefully they will start producing flowers soon. I may also add more flowers in here. Here is the one, the other radish, I mean the other peaches. It give us fruit. Yeah, it's decent. Again, it needs to be some, I don't expect much fruit, but also it looks very nice. Looks like red maple. Looks like red maple, and I plan to maintain it small in the size, keep pruning it, and hopefully this is the first year it will give us fruit. So hopefully by next year we have a better plan for it. There are some flowers. We plan to add more flowers very soon. I mean in the next season, inshallah. And also I may cut. I plan to cut this in the spring. I plan to cut this tree, this pine tree. it was not well maintained, got very huge, out of shape. It doesn't look very nice, doesn't look so pretty. So I planning to cut it, and maybe I take some seeds from this beaches and plant it here, or plant something else. All right, and that's it for the mid summer gardening update, and see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Salam alaikum.